So g'day all, we're doing the Group 1 previews for Derby Day this year. We're going to have a look at the main race, the Victoria Derby itself over the 2,500 metres. I've got Trevor Lawson on the line. How you going, Trev?
Good luck.
Yeah, good stuff. Just looking at the conditions for Derby Day, all looks reasonably clear.
Yeah, I think it's going to be nice. Not much wind, no rain, and low 20s, I think. So, beautiful for busting out of lockdown.
Yeah, that's right. So the Derby itself, just quickly, there's been a bit of talk around that it's not great quality for a Derby. What are your thoughts on that?
Not really. No, not on past figures. They're sort of, they all come through the same sort of races, but those races sort of haven't rated anywhere as high. Cherry Tortoni's last race last week, I think I had Soul Patch's race last year rating 2 or 3 lengths higher.
Okay.
The Norman Robinson, would have had, though, in the past, would have had the winner rating like at least 3 lengths higher. So, it's definitely not a vintage Derby at the moment.
Fair enough. So, just looking at the market with TopSport, it's Thursday afternoon. So, they got Young Werther, $4 favourite from Cherry Tortoni at $4.40. Hit the Shot $6.50 and Eldorado $7.50. How does the map look, and how will that play out from the 2,500 metre start?
So on the map, there's basically just one leader, Let's Karaka Deal, and Token Spirit and Seth Wayo could go forward from out wider. And basically the rest all sort of normally settled sort of midfield to back. I think from barrier 4 with winkers on, Young Werther can settle closer.
Yep.
And Cherry Tortoni's drawn the outside. And it's only sort of about a 350 metre, 400 metre run to the corner, because they basically start not far short of the winning post in the Derby. So, and it doesn't have any pace traditionally, Cherry Tortoni. So I think it basically has to go back to last. If they tried to go forward, it's going to be 6 and 8 wide going out of the straight and around the corner and all that. So I thought it would go a long way back. So I thought that Young Werther would probably settle a long way in front of it.
Yep, no worries. As I said, Young Werther $4 favourite. Have you got it marked on top?
I have this week, I think last week I might have had them equal picks, and this week sort of he's missed a run, but the trainer says that he's sort of fit enough. This horse, he's not as good a horse as Russian Camelot, but Russian Camelot, he missed runs with it as well in the autumn, and it sort of didn't bother him about getting to his target race. So I think this is the same thing. So it's only had sort of 2 runs. I think if he really hadn't needed the run last week, he would have run him. And he didn't want to. He thinks he can get him fit. It's a bit different to sort of the old days where, they trained by the numbers, and you sort of probably could have put the pen through a horse like this off this prep. But nowadays they sort of train more European type horses. If this race was in England, there'd be nothing for this horse to say, it's favourite on its having its 3rd start sort of thing. So and it's got the winkers on. So the other day it did a bit wrong. It got held up, sort of wasn't that tractable. This time it gets the winkers on, which I think will straighten it up. And it's the fact that I think there's every chance it'll settle a long way in front of the danger, which is Cherry Tortoni.
Yeah, right. So, $4 in the market, Young Werther. What do you got it marked?
I've got about $3.80, I think. $3.70, $3.80.
No worries. So as you said, the main danger and second in the market is Cherry Tortoni at $4.40. Whereabouts you got that?
So I've got it slightly longer, around the $485 mark. Sort of got, then I've got Lakes Karaka Deal about $12.
Yep.
And I've got Hit the Shot. I thought it was, out of the horses out of Norman Robinson, I thought it was the one that would be looking for the trip.
Okay.
And strong late, I've sort of got it around the $8.59 mark.
Yeah.
So I've got it sort of slightly longer than the market. Alvarado, I'm not really sure if it's got the class. And Redwood Shadow, we had something on it last start, but I think it was okay, but it's going to have to do better than what it did, because it's going to be back sort of with Cherry Tortoni, and it's not as good as horse as Cherry Tortoni. So, and then there's just a fair bit of dead wood in the race.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so of those you mentioned for TopSport, Young Werther $4, Cherry Tortoni $4.40, Hit the Shot $6.50, Alvarado $7.50, Let's Crack a Deal $10, and Redwood Shadow $15. So yeah, it looks like you're the favourite and you're on top is at a pretty good price at the moment.
Yeah. I think it's been a bit of a drifter since the market first came out, and
yeah,
Cherry Tortoni shortened, and after it drew Barry 14. So
yeah.
I would expect it to be strong in the market, the 5. So last Saturday before, it was basically before the real betting got started, but in the early markets, Young Werther was, around $2.50, $2.60, and the other horse was in the $4 something, Teratoni. So you would think that those sort of, guys that have got them tied that way, that you'd think there'd be a bit of difference between them come jump time.
Good stuff. All right, we'll jump across to the other races. Thanks for that, Trev.
Great, thanks, mate.